Okay, continuing the last video. Oh, what a pain. I didn't realize this. I mean, I knew the software cuts off at 15 minutes. It only lets me record 15 minutes, and I went over. I'd explain all this one, and it cut me off, so I've got to start again. Anyway, so let's get back into it. Okay, we've got a new third degree polynomial. We want to find all the factors. We want to factorize this into 3 factors. Okay? If it's a second degree polynomial, there are formulas we can use to factorize. We can complete the square. There's a quadratic formula. There's different ways you can do it. With a third degree, there's not a set formula, but what you can do is have a guess. Okay, have a guess at what a factor might be. So guess, let's say a equals usually some small number. Start with like 0, 1, minus 1, 2, minus 2. Okay, and then see if f of that number is going to give you 0. Okay, so let's try 0. We're going to get f of 0 equals 10. Okay, bam, didn't work. Let's try 1. We're going to get f of 1 equals, it's going to be 1 plus 7 plus 16 plus 10. No, that's not 0. Let's try negative 1. F of negative 1. See, up here we got negative 1 cubed, negative 1, 7 times negative 1 squared, that's plus 7, 16 times negative 1 is negative 16 and a 10, and bam, they all add up to 0. Okay, equals 0. Alright, so that is one of my factors. Okay, I found one of my factors is a minus 1, so minus 1 is, well, that is a root, and z minus minus 1 is a factor. Okay, so this f of z equals z minus a minus 1 is z plus 1 times some, okay, some second degree polynomial. So just to show you a different way of doing this, we could do it the same way as last time, but what I'm going to do is long division with polynomials. Okay, this is just another way. You can do it the way I did in the last video. I actually like this way much better. If you know how to do this, great. If you don't, I highly recommend following along and seeing what I do here. Okay, so this is a long division. I'm going to divide z plus 1 into this and see what I get. Alright, so this is the way I start. I look at my z. Just the z, not the plus 1. Okay, just the z, and see how many go into z cubed. It's z squared. Z, because z times z squared is z cubed. Okay, and now I times out the z times the z squared, put it underneath, z cubed, and then I times the 1 by the z squared, so that's just z squared. Put a line, this is just like we do in numerical long division, and I'm going to minus whatever I got there. Okay, z cubes cancel. I've got 7 z squared minus 1 z squared, so I'm left with 6 z squared. Bring everything else down. 16z plus 10. Alright, how many z's go into 6z squared? This many z's go into 6z squared. Now, below that, times it out. Times the z by the 6z. It's always going to give me the same thing. Times the 1 by the 6z, and I get that. Put a line, minus it, those cancel. 16 minus 6. Okay, remember this is a minusing this one. So we've got 10z plus 10. How many z's go into 10z? 10 of them. Times it out. Times the 10 by the z and the 1. 10z plus 10. Yay, when we minus that, we get 0. That's our remainder, so we know that it divides perfectly. So this is cool. So we know that f of z equals z plus 1 times, this is my answer. That's my answer when I divide. Z squared plus 6z plus 10. Okay, the rest of the steps are the same as the last time. We're going to complete the square. Z squared plus 6z plus 10, and I put a number here and the same number here with a minus. So that is half of 6, which is 3. I square it, I get 9. Then I have to minus that same number. Right. I can now do z plus 1, and that is, I should use a square bracket here, z plus 3 squared. Yeah, that 3 is always half of that number. And 10 minus 9 is plus 1. Okay, z plus 1. I've got to have difference of two squares, so I've got to have a minus. So this is minus of a minus 1. And then I can square root and square that. Because square root and square is the same thing, cancels out. Z plus 1 times z plus 3 squared, and of course the square root of negative 1, that is I. Let's match up these squares and round brackets. Damn it, go away. Go away. Go away. Look, I don't know why you're not going away. Ah, you went away. Z plus 1 times, okay, now I can do the whole dots thing, z plus 3 minus I. Okay, so those are, I did it. Those are my 3 factors. It didn't ask me to find my roots, did it? It just said find all the factors. That is all the factors. We are done.